What's up, everybody? This is podcast Gameoverse episode 123 for Saturday, October 22, 2022. I am Wasabi Ice Cream. Did I say that already?
No.
I'm Sleepy McGee. Dude, I'm dead, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like I didn't sleep at all last night. I don't know what it was. I haven't been sleeping well the last couple days. And last night it just culminated to like the worst sleep I've ever gotten. I didn't sleep at all. I feel pretty shitty.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, dude. Like I said, we had a lot of news and like literally the last like 48 hours, we got a bunch of news. So I'm excited. Some stuff I want to talk about. Fuck Konami still. I'm just gonna throw that out there from the beginning.
Yeah,
Fuck
everyone
Konami.
forgot about that, huh? Yeah, people
Yeah,
forgot about that.
everyone forgot about that, but I'm
Yeah.
still fuck Konami, dude. I'll believe it when I see it. But let's start where I'm getting ahead of myself, man. Let's start where we always start. Tell the people what you've been playing.
I didn't play anything really
Yeah,
of note. I played No Man's Sky. That update came out for No Man's Sky.
yeah. How is it?
It's still No Man's Sky, but
Yeah,
they've they've okay. So here's what drew me in.
okay.
There's a new difficulty mode. That's, if you remember, they had the survival mode, and then
Yeah,
they had what do they call it, like re, re, uh create mode, I guess.
yeah.
And those were like the two modes they had. But now they've got something in the middle now
Okay,
called relaxed mode,
okay.
which is just it eases up on some of the survival bullshit, where it's like, I'm trying to enjoy this game because the game that's here is like pretty nice and enjoyable, but I'm having to manage all this bullshit.
Yeah,
Like every 5 seconds, it's telling me, "Oh, you're running out of oxygen. Oh, you're this planet's cold," or "Oh, this planet's this and that," and you just, every time you're getting some resources, it's asking you to use those resources again to manage your bullshit.
yeah.
So it eases up on that way, it scales that way back. So you kind of, it's still there, but you really don't have to manage it like almost at all, really. But you still do, just a little bit. And it's like
Okay.
it's a good balance of, hey, let me play the fucking game, but hey, you still got oxygen to take care of, shit like that.
Yeah, that's good. It's like a good balance of like, I want to play the game, but I can wipe my own ass. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. The game lets you wipe your own ass. I love that.
And then in between that, they also have, if you want to like fine tune any of those settings, they have another separate options menu where you can go in and tweak everything. You can tweak every single thing.
Like encounter rates, like
Yeah,
survival
yeah, yeah,
parts. Like that's good.
yeah. So
That's really good.
if you wanted to make it even harder, if you wanted to, you could do that. Clay's in the chat. What's up?
Yeah, what up, Clay? That's really good. Look, because like I like games that let you that respect your time and let you play like how you want to play. Like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, if you didn't beat the game on like hard mode with whatever without using this special item, you didn't actually beat the game. Like, no, fuck you, dude. Like I'm a grown ass man. I got a busy life. Just let me play how I want.
yeah.
And that's good. Yeah, I'm good. The updates, like adding some of those quality of life changes. That's the kind of game that just gets better with every update, dude. I need to get into it because like it
It's
looks like it's a fun game now.
it's like I'm having more fun. When the game launched on PS4, I put like 70, 80 hours into it. Like I'd finished
Yeah,
that game. I hit the quote unquote end of the game
yeah,
when it released. Uh so like I already know what I'm getting myself into, but it's more like I more did like I just did straight. I just beeline straight to the end. And
yeah,
I didn't really do any of well, I mean, because like back then, it really wasn't much else to do other than just get to the end.
yeah.
So now they've added all this extra stuff on the sides, and it's like really interesting seeing some of the newer stuff that they've added, like because now I'm just like wandering around some of the planets, and there's like I found it's like coordinates to like an abandoned like robot factory, and I was like, okay, let me check this out. Let me see what this is all about. And I rode up on there, and it was just like mechs and robots just like building a factory. Everything was red, and it was
That's
like you could
cool.
tell it was like an evil like empire or something that was just building a thing. And it didn't tell me any. It didn't tell me to do anything, but it was like, hey, there's a bunch of resources here. You can just there's a computer terminal here. So I snuck up to the computer terminal. And I disabled the robots, and then everything died when I disabled them. And I was like, oh. But then like they left behind their like their technology, so I could
That's cool.
I could loot them and then get all their weapon technology and all their upgrade technology, and then all of the facility itself. I could destroy them. I could destroy they had like tanks of random stuff. I could destroy all that and loot it all. And it was just like, oh man, look at all this crazy shit I just found. Uh, and it just happened like really just dynamically. It was.
That's so cool, dude. Like I remember when we played and we found that weird like glitch planet
Oh yeah,
where shit
yeah,
like didn't look like anything I've ever seen before, and everything was like glitching out and weird, and there's like some anomaly the game kept warning us about, and the game like didn't know what it was. It was like there's some fuckery here.
yeah,
Like you don't want to be here. The game was straight up like you don't want to be here. There's some fuckery. I'm like, no, let's stay here and find out what the fuckery is.
yeah.
Like it was really cool, and I want to experience that again. I might like re-download it, and give it another shot because I was having a lot of fun just like running around exploring.
Yeah, it's definitely fun on the relaxed mode because you can just
Yeah.
play the game and you don't have to worry about your suit is overheating. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's poison. Oh no, I'm dying. It's like
Yeah.
relax. So and it like your mining laser is infinite. So like all your like you can shoot for as long as you want. You don't have to like recharge your lasers or anything. Like that shit's great. But again, all of that stuff you can tweak like however you want. So if you do want to resource up your mining gun, you can do that. But yeah, that was another thing. I was like, I gotta recharge my gun, so I can't even like mine stuff because I have to recharge that. And I can't stand outside too long because my suit's gonna die. I gotta recharge that. Or my jetpack's gotta recharge, or my launch thrusters have to recharge, and yeah, it's too much. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's
That's
fun
cool.
now.
I gotta check it out then. I gotta check it out then with that new update. You were playing Fallout 4. I gotta ask. Did you download CVB? Did you? You did, didn't you?
Not yet, but that's on the
Not yet.
it's on the list. Not yet,
Why are you
but
downloading Fallout 4 and not CBBE? Like, what are you doing? Are you feeling okay?
oh no, I
Are
feel
you
great.
sick?
I feel great. Fallout 4 is another one that was like I enjoy the I don't know if you tried the mods for that yet recently, but they've got one called Sim Settlements, which
I heard of that
basically
one.
it basically turns the settlement component of that game. It turns it into the Sims, basically. Like just full on the Sims. And then even goes so far as to once you start the game, it'll fully develop every settlement in the game as their own faction, and you'll have these like super intricate. So you'll roll up to like the first like red rocket or whatever, and it'll already be built out. It'll already have people there, and like you have to like go in there and befriend them in order
I like
to
that.
yeah. It's like it's
I
really
like that. The
cool.
settlement system was so like undercooked when the game dropped, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like really disappointed with it. I was ready to dump all this time into it, and I was like, it's okay, but like
But there was also
it
no
wasn't like what
there
I
was
expected.
there was also never any reason to use it
Yeah.
because it just wasn't like be, be, besides that's why like everyone like most everyone you see playing that if you watch people play that game on Twitch or whatever. I did like a little bit when it came out, but everyone always built out everyone always built out Sanctuary because that's the first one you get. It's free, and everyone would just build that one out and keep all their stuff there, and they would never use any of the other ones.
So here's what they should have done. to make you want to use it, because when you play on survival mode,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
incentive to use it because you can't fast travel.
yeah, yeah,
So there's incentive to like build a settlement. Cause like I'm gonna be here for a while. I should build a base of operations so I can hang out here.
yeah,
But what they should have done, and there's probably a mod for it already, because this is such a cool idea. I'm surprised no one's come up with it yet. They should have allowed you to fast travel, but only between your settlements.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they could like implement a way so like, yeah, you could fast travel, but like your hunger and stuff still goes down. So you have to have like the supplies to back it up to support like you and whoever you're caravanning with. Like that would have been a really cool concept to have, and it would have like actually implemented the settlement system, and there's incentive to like use it. I would have loved that in that game, because no fast travel at all in survival mode like makes it so annoying to play.
yeah,
So just let me fast travel between the settlements. That would have been just a great compromise, but whatever. There's
yeah.
probably already a mod for it. I would not be surprised that mod already exists.
Yeah, it definitely does. And that's the thing. The survival mode, it makes the settlements make sense. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
now you're like, that's how I play that game. Was okay. Here's where I am. Let's build this out real quick, and harbor all our resources right here, and stock up, because we got to get out there somehow, and we don't
Yeah, not just
know.
that, but like there's like incentive to like bring people in to like manage it while you're
Yeah,
gone,
yeah,
and
and set up
to
trade
set up
routes and everything.
yeah, set up trade routes and everything. Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Like that would have been so cool to see.
so you can get your resources to the next place, because you can't fast travel. Yeah, it's like it makes.
Found it. I literally like typed in fast travel on Nexus mods, and here it is. Like fast travel between settlements in survival mode.
Yeah,
Like it's there. That's gonna be my next download. I'm gonna download that now, because that
yeah, me
would,
too. I'm building
yeah,
out my mod list right now, and this, yeah, I've not gotten to that yet, but that is, yeah, that's what you need.
it's exactly what you need. That's cool. Also, let me save anywhere I want. Like I know like they don't want you save scumming, but like let me carry around like a fucking sleeping bag or a portable cot, and let me save anywhere I want. But I got to deal with like the consequences, like saving in the middle of like an enemy base or something.
Yeah, well, there's mods.
Like
There's
what?
mods that do that. There's mods that do
I'm
that.
sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, this is cool. Like Fallout 4 is just, it's a good game, but the mods really put it over the edge and make it like a great game. I love that.
yeah,
That's gonna be our next download. I'm gonna download that again and download some of these mods now.
yeah.
I haven't been playing a lot, dude. I've just been trying to clear up the backlog. I almost bought the new Xenoblade Chronicles, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy another fucking RPG until I beat Dragon Quest 11, because I've had Dragon Quest 11 for like 2 years and I haven't finished it. So I'm like, I'm dedicated to finishing this game, and so I've been playing that. And when I see myself starting to get burnt out of playing it, I switch to Neo 2, because it's on the opposite spectrum. I'm going from like a
Yeah,
turn-based RPG to like a really action-heavy, like hyper-focused, like action RPG. So I'm bouncing between those two. So when I get bored of Neo 2, I can jump to some turn-based action. Then when I get bored of that, I can jump to Neo 2.
that's good.
So I've been bouncing back and forth between those. I'm trying to like finish Dragon Quest 11. That's my goal. If I finish Neo 2, that'll be fine. But I'm trying to beat Dragon Quest 11. I'm like 80 hours into it. So I need to just buckle down and finish it already. But let's get into the news, man, because we got quite a bit to talk about. First off, Silent Hill transmission. It's a live stream that the Konami did, announcing a
Yeah,
ton of new Silent Hill projects. They opened up pretty hard, dude, with the Silent Hill 2 remake, and that's set to be a PS5 and PC exclusive for the first year. It's being developed by a Bloober team, Layers of Fear, The Medium, and I
which
gotta say, like, a lot of people are excited for it, dude, but I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled, man. But with FF7 remake and all the Resident Evil remakes we've been getting, this is kind of underwhelming in comparison.
you think so?
I think graphically, it's not even like close to
I
what those
don't.
games are doing.
I just say I'm not. I don't know shit about. I've never played Silent Hill, so this is. I don't know what people want from this. So
I don't know if people want either. I haven't played Silent Hill either. I'm not a big Silent Hill guy, but with the Dead Space remake coming out, you know, with the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake we just got, and Resident Evil 4 remake coming out later, with the FF7 remake that we got, it's just like it's set a high bar for like graphical fidelity in those remakes. And I'm not impressed with this. This looks like some Unreal Engine proof of concept thing that you see on YouTube.
Hamtaro said the requirements are ridiculous.
Really? Why? What are they going into? You know, because like what I mean is like the character models have the same like kind of rubbery, plasticky skin look like the Gotham Knight game did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say it's hard to
Like
tell on like it's hard to tell.
yeah, the compression is like really bad on this
I think
stream,
it looks
so maybe
okay.
that's what's fucking it up.
I think it looks okay.
But that's the thing though, it looks okay. Where Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, and even RE4 remake, they look excellent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is passable, and I'm sure it's better than nothing, but I don't know. Like I haven't really this didn't impress me as much as like when the RE4 remake, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit. That looks amazing. But we also got to see a bunch of gameplay from that. We didn't really get to see too much gameplay here. So maybe I'm being too harsh on it. It's still a pretty early reveal. Is there even a release date for it yet?
I don't think so. The one of the other things that people are, I guess, I don't know, upset about is the Bloober Team thing. I mean, I guess we already knew it was Bloober Team that was working on this, right?
Yeah,
So
there was a leak that came out a little while ago.
I thought people got that out of their system already, but not.
Yeah, but I guess not.
Not really. Yeah.
And honestly, like Bloober Team, like you know, Layers of Fear was pretty good. The Medium was you didn't like it.
That game was dog shit. That's the one that everyone talks like. I think that's the one that soiled their reputation. Was the Medium.
Yeah.
That game is garbage, but like...
yeah. So, but I mean, Silent Hill 2 remakes being overseen by some of the developers in the original release.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like it won't be that bad. But I don't know, man. We'll see when it comes out. I'm not really too impressed with what I was seeing yet. So we'll see when it comes out. Then the next project they got was Silent Hill Townfall, developed by No Code. Nothing in here is being developed by Konami. It looks like they all have like third-party developers working on them. But Silent Hill Townfall, they didn't really show off a lot with that. Just like a little like cinematic teaser. I don't know anything about this. Stories Untold was okay. I haven't played Observation, so I don't know what to expect here. But there's nothing to get excited for with this, so I'm moving on.
I mean, the idea, I don't know, the I'm going just from the way they present the trailers. The way the trailer looks for it looks cool. So I don't know. This trailer looks more to me to like Silent Hills. It looks like PT almost to me.
That's what I was thinking it was. I was expecting it to be like they're making PT now.
Yeah.
But then it was Silent Hill Townfall. So okay, so it's not PT. Maybe it's gonna borrow some ideas from it because it's definitely like PT-esque with that, like with the radio.
Yeah.
And the dude's talking about like, you know, we're stuck in here, but you fucked up. Like, you know, it was it was pretty cool, like seeing that. I'm intrigued by it, but there's no gameplay to back it up yet, so I'm kind of tapering my expectations.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, they're talking about Return to Silent Hill, a movie from the same guys who made the first Silent Hill movie. That movie sucked, didn't it? Like, that was the consensus.
Clay,
the Silent Hill movie sucked.
Clay said, "Have you checked out Madison?" Speaking of
no,
PT,
I haven't.
What is Madison? Is that a PT thing? Is that in any way related to PT?
Oh, I heard of this game. Yeah, it was it's like a PT inspired game. Like it takes place in a single house, right? Yeah, it straight up like rips off like PT pretty hard. It was like
but isn't everything
very heavily inspired.
Isn't everything a PT ripoff now?
This is like
or is this like straight up?
it rips off the hallway thing from
Oh,
PT.
that's the thing
Yeah,
that
I've heard of this
every
one.
that's the thing that every PT clone fucks up is that the reason PT was scary is because you get really familiar with that hallway so that they can change it in such they can make such minor changes to that hallway and you're like, oh my god, that picture wasn't there before. Because you're
Yeah, I
like,
think
you
the
know
whole
the
game
layout.
takes place in like one house, and you can beat it in like 3 to 4 hours.
Wait,
It's like
didn't
not a
we
long
didn't
experience.
didn't you weren't you like talking shit about this? I think we looked
Was
at
I?
the when it came out, we like, we did the like new releases thing and you were like, this looks like shit or something.
Oh no, that was that Korean game that you were showing off. It looked like shit.
Oh,
I don't think this is the same one. But yeah, I don't know. Point is, like, if there's some PT like esque stuff. What clay? IKEA? No, Korean. I said Korean, like Korean game. Did it come out? Sounded like IKEA. I gotta like listen to that later. But no, I said Korean game.
I heard
Um.
Korea.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Um. Anywho, yeah. Anyway, Return to Silent Hill movie from the guys who made the first Silent Hill movie. Again, didn't that movie suck? Like, wasn't that the general consensus among like film goers that that movie wasn't good?
I didn't watch that movie, but um, I have like friends who talk about that movie and they have no idea what Silent Hill is. Like from the video games, they only know it from that movie. So I'm gonna say it probably sucked.
Yeah, it's got like a 6.5 on IMDb and like a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, Clay said Silent Hill movie one was great. Two sucked. Are there two?
Yeah, the second one, Revelation. It was a 3D movie, and it
Uh,
was based on like Silent Hill 3. And apparently that one was fucking terrible too, because it was came out like when 3D was like the new thing. So every movie had to be 3D. Yeah, that one's apparently like it's even worse on IMDb. It's like a 4.9 and Rotten Tomatoes like an 8, like 8%. So
jeez.
I thought the consensus was they were both bad, but the second one was dog shit. At least that's what I thought the consensus was. But whatever. I don't know. Like bold claim, like, hey, here's a sequel, spiritual successor, fucking whatever you want to call it, made by the same guys who made the first movie, which was like a C minus, but whatever.
Yeah, is when they said
Um,
that, I was like, "Oh, you're just disregarding." I mean, what Clay says the first one was great, so I don't know. Maybe people actually enjoyed that movie. I
I
didn't.
gotta
As
watch
a
it then.
I was never a Silent Hill guy, so it was never.
Same. I never watched it. Plus, the movie was like PG-13, wasn't it? No, it
I,
was rated R. Okay.
uh, yeah, I don't know, but I'm
I
also a
don't know.
person. I'm also a person that likes that first Resident Evil movie, the Mila Jovovich one.
Oh, we would not get along then. I hated that movie.
But I'm also not a Resident Evil guy, so
Even if I wasn't a Resident Evil guy, it was still a dog shit movie. Like it was not a good movie. Like even like trying to separate it from Resident Evil and doing it, creating its own thing, it still wasn't good, at least in my
yeah.
opinion. Um, yeah. So this movie's happening. So the same guys who did the first movie. So apparently that was good, according to Clay. So I guess you can get excited for that. Uh, Clay says you also like Death Stranding, so you like the Resident Evil movie makes sense to me. It's
Yeah,
ooh, the
like the same
shade,
thing.
man.
It's like the same thing.
And then they got into merchandise they're releasing. So first off, I thought the guy's name was Pyramid Head.
That was why I wrote this down
Yeah,
because
they call him Red Pyramid Thing in the merchandise. Like that's his official name in the
yeah,
merchandise like paperwork.
yeah. So red pyramid thing.
Yeah, literally they say Red Pyramid Thing like in the stream.
Yeah,
I thought the consensus was his name was Pyramid Head. Like, is that just what the fans call him? Like internally among Konami, is his name like Red Pyramid Thing?
that's his official name. Has been since Silent Hill 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Um, some of
I
these
didn't know that.
some of these figures look pretty good.
Yeah, they
I'm
look
not.
good. I don't have a bad thing to say about this. It's like
They're
this is
selling.
probably the most exciting part of this whole like announcement, if I'm being honest.
They've got skateboard
Um,
decks. I'm like, yeah, I want some of those skateboard decks. Where they
Skateboard
at?
decks are good looking. Yeah, dude. The figures, like the James Sutherland figure and the Maria figure, have like interchangeable parts, so you can interchange like the weapons and stuff. And same with Red Pyramid. Like, there's some cool shit here, dude. This is cool.
Yeah. What's going on in
Even the
this
joke
one?
ending. That's the joke ending from Silent Hill
Okay.
2.
Oh, okay.
So that's like a really hard ending to get. That at the end of the game, it's like, oh, the whole thing was controlled by this Shiba Inu dog. Like he was just manipulating everything behind the scenes and fucking with you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool to acknowledge it. Like I think it's
I
pretty neat.
I never knew about that. I like it as a box of Kleenex on the table,
Yeah.
like.
Which-
um.
But yeah, and then Silent Hill Ascension, which I don't know what the fuck this is. It's a live, I want to emphasize that, real-time interactive series being produced by Bad Robot, Behavior, DJ2, and directed by J.J. Abrams. That's a lot of like names to be throwing there. J.J. Abrams is a name that does not get me excited. So
Okay. What's he done?
he did the Star Wars movies, the new
Oh,
ones.
okay. Okay. Okay.
So he did Rise of Skywalker and Force Awakens, arguably the worst out of the new trilogy. Um, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. This is not a star. There's not time for me to be ranting about Star Wars. But yeah, Silent Hill Ascension. It's a live, real-time interactive series. Hamtaro was saying it's a streaming game, which I think that's what it is too. It's like an interactive thing that you can vote on with other players, participants, and see like fold out in real time. There's going to be more news on it. It's supposed to be dropping next year, so maybe we'll get some more news on how it's supposed to work. But it sounds like you got to tune in a specific time to see it play out and the impact of it. The one thing that they said is that you determine the canon for Silent Hill. So this is going to be like a canon project to the whole Silent Hill mythos.
Oh, it's
And
like BS Silent Hill.
what?
uh, it's like Nintendo did with like Zelda. They did BS Zelda, which broadcast
Oh,
satellite. It's like way
so
back.
kind of, but it's like it sounds like when you play like Until Dawn or those other games you can have like a people in the background like vote on it. It sounds like that on like a massive scale though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean we'll see when that happens. And I don't know how this is supposed to work. I think it's supposed to be like a massive like community driven thing. I don't think it's like a single game like you can play and your viewers vote on. I think it's like a massive thing that like the community at large determines like the project.
That's it. So
So we'll
Hamtaro's
see.
like spawn 5 pyramid heads from chat command. Like that, like literally I would try to like, well, most people I feel like would try to fuck it up. They would try to like do the fucked up options because that's the most
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, so
So
we'll see how this project plays out, but the one thing that they announced that actually got me kind of interested,
yeah,
Silent Hill F.
yeah.
This takes place in like what is it, like 1600s, 1800s Japan, something like that. So
Before
like
my time.
really, yeah, way before our time. But what's cool, the names attached to it. They got Ryokishi 7, the writer for the When They Cry series, Higurashi When They Cry, Umineko When They Cry, which are pretty good. I like Higurashi a lot.
Yeah.
And some guy I've never heard of called Kira. I, this is the only article I can find on what he does. He's a character designer for this game. And at the very bottom of this article that I linked to, show off some of the artwork he's done. And it looks pretty cool. Like I like the imagery here. That's something we really haven't seen in Silent Hill before. So I want to see what this looks like. Also, Matoe Okamoto, an ex-Nintendo dev. This guy worked on like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64. He helped work on the 3D engine for those games, as well as Luigi's Mansion.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also,
Perfect
Neobar's
fit.
Entertainment. So you joke about that, but Shinji Mikami was assigned to Resident Evil, and before he did Resident Evil, he made like Disney games.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. But this is the most interesting one right here. There's a name attached here, Neobar's Entertainment. I don't know who this is or what they're doing. I looked at their website. They have a website that I linked to, and it doesn't say anything really what they worked on. You can click on games, and there's a bunch of games here, but these are all like RE Reverse, the Resident Evil
Great.
7, the Resident Evil remake games, the next gen version, Marvel Avengers, the Resident Evil Origins collection for Switch. It's so weird. Like, what do they do for these? Are they just like porting these games, or like it doesn't say what they did for these games? And their about us is like very vague. It just says like, oh, we're a bunch of devs who worked on AAA titles for Sony, Activision, Square Enix, Capcom, and EA and Ubisoft, but it doesn't say what they do in these games. Like, I don't know who they are. Are they like
And
developers? Are they like just port guys? They just port games over?
it's
I
just
don't
supposed to
see
be
an original project on here.
a visual novel.
Yeah, watch it be a visual novel. That'd be crazy. Actually, maybe not, because I have this Toyo Komodo on here, and he's worked on like 3D games. That was his whole like backbone of his resume, is like developing the 3D engine for these games. So I don't know. I don't know what the game's supposed to be, but these names attached to it got me really interested to see like what this comes down to. And then we also got a Resident Evil showcase, which is like a lot, in my opinion, a lot more interesting
Oh, you think
than
so?
Silent Hill transmission.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
I think
was
so.
bored out of my mind watching that
You're
shit.
fucking
But
crazy, dude.
let's go. Let's hear it.
I'll be honest, like Resident Evil Village Gold Edition with the Winter's Expansion stuff, I couldn't really care less for that. I didn't play Resident Evil Village yet. Cool, we got a new expansion with his daughter, and we got a 3D mode to it. Looks interesting. The Resident Evil Reverse game just got a crossplay announced. Also, Village is coming to Mac, Switch, and Switch on cloud. But the biggest thing that they fucking ended the show with, that got me so excited, was the RE4 remake footage. We finally got to see some gameplay here, dude, and I was fucking stoked. This game looked incredible, dude. I am so excited for the RE4 remake here. It enhances everything I loved about Resident Evil 4 with a much, how can I word it? It enhances a lot of stuff I remember from Resident Evil 4, but they add a much more oppressing and scary atmosphere to it. And I love the gameplay we saw when we finally got to the village. We got to see him fuck shit up. Like, that looks so cool. There's a stealth mechanic that wasn't there before. Knife parry system that I haven't seen before. Oh, this looks incredible, dude. It looks incredible. It's meeting all the expectations I wanted for it. It's really creepy and scary and brings up that scare factor like the RE2 remake did. But it's also like not afraid to have like some of the action elements that the original RE4 had. Dude, I'm stoked for this. This looks incredible, man. This looks fun as hell. Like, this looks awesome. I can't wait for this to come out. I'm buying this day one, dude. Like, I'm that excited for this. RE4 is like one of my favorite games. I beat that game at least once a year. So I know it pretty well. And seeing all these familiar locations, this new coat of paint. Ooh, fucking chef's kiss, dude. I love this.
All right.
I watched this trailer like 3 times already, dude. I love it. And there's a part like later where he like parries the chainsaw from the chainsaw guy. That was like really fucking cool. I love that. And I love how the chainsaw guy, like he cuts through the door you just barricaded instead of like trying to climb up the ladder. Oh, there's so much extra stuff here that's just I can't wait to play this and get caught off guard from the new stuff they added. Oh, dude, I'm excited for this. This is a day one buy for me. Really, were you not impressed with this, or just was it the rest of the presentation you didn't really care about?
Uh, no, it was like Clay said. It was just fast forward until RE4. At least with the Silent Hill stuff, they had a variety of stuff that was like, okay, okay, you know, that could be interesting. That could be. I never played RE4, so I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play this. It looks fantastic, but
Yeah,
I
this
don't
part
want
right here, the fucking cow is insane, dude. I love this.
I
That's so cool.
I didn't want to watch this and like spoil it for myself. I just want to play it, you know.
This looks good, dude. This looks really good. Like, go play Resident Evil 4. I think it still holds up pretty well. Honestly, I recommend just try it. Like, give the original Resident Evil 4 a shot. It's a good game. It's worth the play. Seriously a fantastic game. And I think you'll probably enjoy the remake more if you play the original first. Because I feel like once you play this remake, you're not going to be able to go back to the original.
Well, I wouldn't go back anyway.
This looks so good. I love this. This looks phenomenal. I can't wait for this to come out. Yeah, let's move on. I don't want to spoil any more stuff for myself. I say that, but I watched the whole fucking thing like 3 times already. So, god damn, this looks so good. I
Yeah,
can't wait, dude.
I've only just finished, so I'm still on my Resident Evil journey, man. I've only just finished those first. I finished Resident Evil 2, like recently. So I have
As
to do.
both characters or just Leon?
Oh, just no, I did Claire.
Oh, she started as Claire. You
Yeah,
played it as
yeah.
both, or did you just beat Claire?
You know, I just did Claire. Do
Oh,
I have
you
to
didn't
do
really beat
both?
Resident Evil 2 then. Yeah.
Oh shit.
They're different sides of the story, dude.
Okay, well, yeah. So I got to go back through as Leon then.
Yeah. The original Resident Evil 2 had a really cool system. I don't know, does this one still have it? Because, like, yeah, it does still have it. So, to really get the full effect of the game, you got to beat it 4 times.
Oh God.
Because depending on who you play as first, changes the game. So if you play, it's split up into A and B. If you play Claire A, Leon B, that is different from playing Leon A, Claire B. They're different games. It's 2 halves of the same story, but they're different stories depending on who you pick first.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's really not. I don't know about the remake, but the original you can beat RE2 in like 2 hours. Like it's not you can beat it like as a character in like 2 hours. And you can beat it as both characters in like 3 if you're like really quick. But yeah, you should go back and play it like play it as both characters. You don't have to do it 4 times if you don't want to. You can just stick with Claire A, Leon B, but I implore you, like after you beat it as Leon, go back, play Leon first, Claire second, just to try it. But you've beat that. What else have you played on your journey here? Or what else have you beaten, I should say?
That's it. I mean, in the past, I've finished 5, and that's it. Like
That's not bad.
I've played them all. Like I've played them, but I've only finished 1 and 5, and I guess I still have to finish 2 then.
Okay. Then yeah, go finish 2. Like it's good. Also we got Game Pass news. We gotta talk about Game Pass. A ton of games are coming to Game Pass, dude. Plague Tale Requiem is already out on Game Pass. We got the Amnesia Collection and Amnesia Rebirth coming out on Game Pass, Cloud Console and PC. Phantom Abyss is on Game Pass right now with Game Preview. What is Phantom Abyss?
That game's cool. It's like a asymmetric roguelike platformer.
Yeah, I heard of this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a temple run type of game where the temple is randomized every time, but every player gets the same layout, and you can see the
Yeah, so you're
ghosts of
competing with
people.
other people. Yeah, you're competing
Yeah,
with other people to like get to the end of it. You can only try it once.
yeah, yeah.
At least until the next temple rolls around. Yeah, I heard of
Whoever
that one. That
whoever
looks
gets
cool.
whoever gets to the end first, they get the treasure, and then it resets for everyone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard of that. Selma is also on Cloud Console and PC. That's available now. Persona 5 Royal, Cloud Console and PC available now. That would actually be a pretty decent game to play on Cloud, actually. Persona 5 Royal,
yeah. It's
just because
not.
it's a turn-based RPG. So, like,
Yeah,
it's not, yeah, that would actually be great to play on Cloud. I might upgrade my subscription so I can play Persona 5 Royal on my phone. That's fucking awesome. Um, Frog Detective, the entire mystery. I love
yes.
that name, but I don't know what that is. Oh, the entire mystery, the whole last mystery.
Yeah. Um, where is it? Three silly mysteries. Finding clues and questioning suspects is just part of the job for such an experienced frog.
This looks like an Adult Swim game. I'm into it. I'm into it. I'm gonna try it, dude. Like it's on Game Pass. Fuck it. It's not gonna cost me anything with my time.
Yeah.
Gunfire Reborn. I'm really excited for Gunfire Reborn because I've been playing a lot of RoboQuest, and people have been telling me if I love RoboQuest, I'm gonna really like Gunfire Reborn.
Yeah.
So I really want to play that. Signalis. It's another one that looks really, really good. It's the survival horror game from Humble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks really good. I really want to check that one out.
Taro says Gunfire Reborn is fun as fuck. Okay.
That's what everyone tells me. I almost bought it because like I loved RoboQuest, which is a very similar system. And I almost bought Gunfire Reborn, but then like the same week I was gonna buy it, Xbox announced that it was coming to Game Pass later. So I was like, oh, I'll just save my money then and wait till that drops on Game Pass.
I bought it on Android. I own it on Android.
Gunfire Reborn?
I've not played it. Yeah.
I didn't know it was on Android.
It's on
Oh, it's a
Android.
Chinese game, right? So yeah, it's got a mobile version. It makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it good? You liked it?
Well, I didn't play it.
So you bought it on Android, but you haven't played it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I tried to play it, but the
Oh shit, it's on
Chinese
iOS.
the Chinese handheld that I was trying to play it on just did not run it. So,
But
but I could do it on my phone, which is way more powerful. But why would I could play a game on my phone? Are you kidding?
I mean, you already paid for it. Why not just get a Bluetooth controller?
Or I have a Bluetooth controller.
So there you go.
It's just
Just to try it. You already bought it, so
yeah.
fuck it.
No, it's
Oh,
on.
and then some quickies. This isn't really going to be a quickie because like there's a lot here, but Bayonetta 3. So when we ended the show last week, we had just got a scoop from Helena Taylor, the voice actress for Bayonetta, that she was only being
Yeah.
paid $4,000 to come back and play her in Bayonetta 3, which
The,
we agreed at the end of the show was like super insulting and really shitty. But there have been some developments in the story.
well, first let's start with the last week. We only watched that first video, which was just her saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, they were giving me 4,000." I'm like, "Yeah, that's shitty." And then we didn't watch the other videos. The other
Yeah.
videos are kind of shitty, though. I'm gonna say she
Yeah.
calls out Jennifer Hale in a way where I'm like, okay, like it's not, you can't blame her for any of this. So,
Yeah, girls got to eat, dude. Like you can't blame her for taking the job when you didn't. Like,
but like also like you can't blame someone for, you both uh audition for the same job, and just because she got the job doesn't mean that she doesn't owe you anything, because
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying, like,
hate that shit, dude. Like I hate that shit. There's a similar problem with like the new Powerpuff Girls cartoon when that came out. Like
I'm
Tara
sorry, what?
Strong was like getting her yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
They didn't bring back any of the actors for Powerpuff Girls. Well, at least the main characters. This is like years ago, dude.
Oh,
And Tara Strong was like bitching on Twitter about it and trying to get like a petition to get her back on the show. And it's like, dude, you're Tara Strong. Like you have no problem getting work. Like I looked up these girls' IMDb pages that who actually got the job. None of them have been in anything before. Like this is their first gig, and you're gonna like take that away from them. That's really shitty. Like,
yeah.
and you can't blame them for taking the job. Like it's a job that people got to eat, dude. And that's why I saw those other videos from her, and I was pissed off too for her to be calling out at Jennifer Hale like that because she took the job. I mean, you declined it. She took it. Don't like get her involved in this. It's not her fault that they offered you what they offered you, which there's more development to that we'll get into later, by the way. And again, girls got to eat, man. Why would you shit on her for taking that job? Like when you didn't want it. That's fucked up. Like, nah, I felt I lost a lot of respect for her to like when she did that. And
But
Jennifer
I
Hale's not
don't.
saying anything.
That's the
So
other thing. I
yeah.
don't know if there's more development because the statements have come out that just said
Yeah.
we can't say anything. But and it's
Yeah.
like that's all that they've said. But
Yeah, a lot
all
of
I
statements have
know
come out
is
without actually any like sources because nobody wants to like go on the record, you know, because of the NDAs that have been signed. But we've had there's a lot of stories getting reported on this from people who have allegedly come out and know about the deal, but they don't want to give their names out because obviously they don't want to. Allegedly,
yeah,
that the $4,000 that were offered per session, not for the whole gig.
yeah,
And yeah, it was expected to be like 5 sessions, $4,000. That's about $20,000 she would have gotten for the whole gig, if that's correct.
it's just
Which,
everyone's being real
yeah,
shady with it. It's not
yeah,
as like you watch that first video from Helena and you're like, oh, this is shitty, this is bullshit.
yeah,
But then you like dig deeper and you're like, well, this seems a little not like it's one sided and her side, and it's like not. It's probably not as. There's way more to it than just they only offered 4,000. Boycott. It's like no, it's more than that. I think so. I don't know. It's yeah. I don't know. It's more. It's not worth talking about. It's not as crazy as I think people are
yeah.
making it
There's a
out.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up, and honestly, like I'm really doubtful of the story here because,
Yeah.
oh god, because like there's a lot of things that don't add up, dude. Like for her to be offered $4,000, yeah, that sounds insulting. But what was she offered for Bayonetta 1 and 2? That's what I want to know. Was she offered more than that? Why would they just suddenly offer her less on this third game? That doesn't make sense to just do that from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Also, if it was such a shitty offer, why did Jennifer Hale take it? She's been in the industry a lot longer than Jennifer Hale than Helena Taylor has been. You know, she's been in a ton of games. She could ask for a lot more than Helena Taylor can. So did she take that gig for $4,000? Or did she ask for more because she's a more accomplished actress? And if she
That's
did
the
ask for
thing.
more and
I
got it, why would they give it to her and not to Helena Taylor? It doesn't make sense.
from some of the stuff that I saw, they were like, yeah, 4,000 is like that's pretty much around the going rate. Uh, is from what I saw from the like that's like the union standard or whatever is like it's around 4,000. So maybe
Yeah,
she
and
thought
I've
she
been
just
reading. Yeah,
maybe she just thought she just deserved more. And then like the numbers that she gave for like she gave some sales figures for Bayonetta franchise that were like way outside. I think she was like, yeah, 140 million or something like that.
yeah,
And
that's not true. And
yeah,
it's a popular game, but it is not 140. That's like Call of Duty numbers. It did not do that. Like, let's be
yeah.
honest here.
So it's just she's being real shady. Everyone's being real shady, but
Yeah, and the more you dig into it, the less like it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this, but there's a lot. Until I get a definitive source, I want to see the contract. Until I see the contract, I don't think I want to believe anything that anyone's telling me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Bayonetta shit. Comcast pulls the plug on G4 TV. So G4 TV, it fell and then rose just to fall again.
Yeah. But this time it seems permanent. This time it
A lot of
seems.
people are blaming like the Frost situation on this. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. That's not why. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
no. They were fucked before that, way before that.
Yeah. Like their numbers weren't that great anyway.
It's just I don't like they tried to come out and just do what they were doing before, but that the problem is that everyone is doing what they were doing before, so it's
Yeah.
not they were trying to like lean on the name G4, but it's just not enough because the people who know the name G4, they're like, they're grown up now. We're looking for different shit, and we've been getting it from other places, so we're just gonna keep getting it from those places. And
It's funny because like they have a YouTube channel and it's a lot of the stuff that you'd expect to see on the internet, but I guess this is like archive of what was on their actual TV network channel. So
I don't think they were on TV really though. Like they might have been on like some
no,
of the streaming shit, like Pluto or something. But I
no,
don't
they were
think
on TV. Comcast were the ones funding it, right?
really.
Or am I making that up?
Well, I don't know. I don't. I'm not a. I'm a cable cutter,
Yeah,
so
same.
I don't know
And
what.
I
I don't
saw
know.
some of their content. Like I just watched the video they did like God, what was it, like 2, 3 weeks ago with Sphere Hunter about like the Resident Evil 4 remake. Like I watched that, it was good, but I'm like, this is the kind of content like you'd see on YouTube. Like, so I don't know like why G4 even has to exist like a TV service anymore, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not surprised this is happening. And the people are saying like, oh, it's because they went woke. They went woke and got broke. Like you're a fucking idiot. That's not what it was. Come on. It was a half-baked project that wasn't even getting the numbers that it needed to survive. It had nothing to do with Frost. It had nothing to do with this made-up feminist agenda that you want to like scapegoat for everything. Just that's a stupid take. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, by the way, Good Bad Flicks, who's a YouTuber, has a great like exposition slash like quick like long retrospective of G4. That's super interesting. It came out like 7 years ago, so it was before their new, their new reboot. But it's super interesting. If you want to check it out, it's like 20 minutes long. Good Bad Flicks did a great video on it. And yeah, I'm not surprised that it's getting the plug pulled on it, honestly. They weren't getting the numbers they needed. DualSense Edge wireless controller for PS5 launches globally January 26th. This controller looks awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Fuck
controller
yeah.
looks comfy as fuck. Yeah, I mean to upgrade
It's
my
two
seat,
hundred
my
bucks.
oh, never mind. I will wait.
Yeah, they want you to pay $200 for this thing, which that
That's a
ain't
steep ask,
that
man.
ain't it. Yeah, there's some people
Yeah,
defending it.
yeah, I don't know how you can defend that. Like
They're like,
the
it's
Xbox,
got more technology in it than the Xbox controller. It's got adaptive triggers. It's got a touchpad, man. I'm like, nah, nah. My thing is, I need Hall effect. Uh, I need Hall effect sticks on my
yeah,
shit. That's a new shit right now. That
Hall effect.
yeah, yeah. It's
Shit, all right.
magnetic or magnetic. instead of most sticks. That's why it prevents the stick drift.
Oh,
They're immune to stick drift because they're magnetic instead of the potentiometers that are used.
oh, that's
Don't
cool.
I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what the fuck this stuff is. Okay, but
That's still cool.
all I know is that's the new shit. And if you're charging me $200 for a controller, it doesn't have that. I'm not getting. So
Yeah, that's a hard ask. It's a hard ask. It's a hard pass from me.
yeah,
Um, moving on to trailers and videos. Final Fantasy 16 got its Ambition trailer.
this
This
looks
looks cool.
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it does, dude.
I'm
They are playing up that M rating like hard,
yes, which
and I'm okay with that.
I think the only other M-rated Final Fantasy was Type Zero, which no one played, but
Type
it's great.
Zero and Strangers of Paradise,
Oh, really?
Origin game. Yeah, that was M
Okay,
rated too.
okay. Yeah, Type Zero. If you haven't played Type Zero, definitely check it out because this is a great game.
Yeah, I own it. Just never played it.
It's
My brother
fantastic.
owns it. I gotta borrow it from him. Yeah,
Yeah,
someone tells me. And this looks incredible, dude. Like they're doubling down on like the action RPG part of it.
yeah.
This
But
looks good.
also, like, I like that. I like the story here. It's more. It's way more. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 12, where the story is not like a fucking. It's more like political political chaos more than fucking world ending chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
well,
it's
it
like,
has the world ending stuff in it too, but it's
oh
like an
sure, sure.
eldritch like horror. It reminds me of Drakengard a little bit with like how
Oh
like
yeah,
horrifying like some of these character designs are.
yeah,
Like, yeah, there's a lot of cool shit here. I'm into this, dude. I don't want to spoil too much of myself, so I'm probably gonna like stop watching any like new stuff that they release. But this looks really really cool, and
yeah.
I'm more excited for this than I was like FF15.
Definitely. Yeah, because I can
Yeah,
get behind. I don't know. There's something about fucking like the stories where you're the chosen one or fucking you're the only one that can save the world. It's up to you. You and your friends got to get together and fucking. It's the world's ending. You got to stop it.
yeah,
Like this is like doesn't really get, at least from this trailer, doesn't really get into that. It's just a bunch of
yeah,
kingdoms. Like, hey, I'm gonna make them
yeah.
bow
This
to
is
me.
dope.
Like everyone just want to fuck everyone up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is dope. I'm into it. Like I can't wait till it comes out. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League also got a gameplay trailer. This looks fucking incredible too. It's running at 60 FPS, dude. Like it's really the stuff we've been seeing here is really funny. It's really charming.
Wait,
The
hold on.
gameplay
Gotham
looks
Knights
fucking
had me
awesome.
believe that you can't do 60 on a console. Is
Well,
this?
that's what happens when you get your fucking B team, dude. This looks incredible, man. This looks way better than what Gotham Knights was. I'm already like way more impressed with this than Gotham Knights. It has much more varied gameplay between all of its characters. I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing with them. The fucking it's running at 60 FPS. I can't fucking stress that enough. 60 FPS.
We don't know if this was captured on a PC.
Yeah, we don't. But this looks incredible. I love this. It's really funny. I love we got some more ideas of the story here. Brainiac's involved. He's probably taking over the Justice League. Why you gotta like fuck him up. I like this a lot. This is really cool. Yeah, I like this. This is awesome, dude. This looks way better than Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights looks, not to like defend it or anything, but it looks, to me it looks like something I would play for like the story and the characters and shit. Not so much just for how the
This
gameplay
looks like
looks
something
or
I would play for the story and the characters, dude. These characters are
sure,
fucking
yeah. Oh
crazy.
yeah, this looks
Like,
great. This looks way better than that. What I'm saying, like
oh yeah.
Gotham Knights to me still looks like it's at least worth playing. Maybe not for full price, but
Yeah. Like Gotham Knights looks like Marvel Avengers. This looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess the best way I can describe it.
yeah, yeah.
God, this looks good. I can't wait till this comes out, dude. Hamtaro says Gotham Knights is a solid 7 out of 10. Reviewers were wrong. They dunked on it.
Well, yeah, 'cause the reviews were kind of all over the place. Some of the reviews were like
Yeah.
4 or 5, and some of them were like 8, 9. So it's, I mean,
Yeah. There's no consistency with it.
yeah,
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, we got game releases, man. Dungeons of Aether is coming October 25th. For PC. Rivals of Aether, but it's a dungeon crawling RPG. That's interesting. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord is dropping on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X.
yeah.
Victoria 3 is dropping on PC.
Oh, the third Victoria.
Yomawari. Yeah, third Victoria. It's one more than two and two more than one. Yomawari Lost in the Dark. The Yomawari games actually look really cool. They're like
Yeah.
survival horror games. I want to get into them. We already talked about Gunfire Reborn. That's dropping on Xbox One and Series X, and it's going to be releasing on PC Game Pass as well. Needy Streamer Overload is dropping on Switch. Sackboy Big Adventure coming out on PC. Can't wait to try that, actually. That looks
Yeah.
awesome. Signalis is dropping on 27th for PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Also Game Pass. Can't wait to play that. Star Ocean: The Divine Force is dropping on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. I didn't know there was another Star Ocean game.
There's another one.
There's another one. I didn't even know that was coming out.
I haven't played any of those, but
Yeah, me neither. October 28th, we got Ace Angler Fishing Spirits dropping on Switch. Bayonetta 3 is dropping on Switch. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is dropping on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series
the
X.
champagne is out for that if you pre-ordered or some shit like that.
Oh,
They're
yeah?
playing the champagne now, yeah.
Dope. Good for them. The campaign was the best part of that game. Krista Rise dropping on PC, Dungeon Munchies, PS4 and PS5, and finally, Resident Evil Reverse is coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And that is it. You know, not a lot happened this last week, everybody, but thank everyone for coming, being here with us, talk about some shit, dunk on some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Gameoverse.com, Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/YouTube, Gameoverse.com/Discord. Extra Life is coming up next month, guys. I know it kind of snuck up on us, but that's gonna be early next month. I think the 5th. It's a Saturday, the 5.
Yeah.
So mark your calendars and be there.
Yeah, I'll be here.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, be there, be square.
Be square, be rhombus.
Yeah.
Be
yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone be good, be safe, be excellent to each other, and have a good time, man.
Have a good time.